Um, Hi. It has been a long time, hasn't it? So, I have been a Roblox player for a very long time now. No, absolutely not. Even though my account says it has been created in 2022 because my dumbass didn't know how to remember passwords at the time, I've actually started playing around 2016. 2016, what an amazing year for the Roblox platform. Natural disaster survival was at its prime, I was having fun with friends on the elevator, which was not as problematic as its predecessor. Prison life was super because young little planet could just legally commit crimes at this point. But then, we also got the... We all miss you, Tix. We all miss you too. But among those, frankly, slob games in Roblox, one stood out for me. And this experience, and yes, I called it an experience because it is an experience, is called Grace. But hold on, what even is Grace? Because I cannot make a video about it without giving it a proper definition. Well, if this video would be sponsored by the filtering few, I would say something along the lines of Grace is a fast-paced Roblox experience available on all existing devices. But we're not in a paid sponsorship. Are they even gonna sponsor someone? Upon entering in Grace, you are greeted with a tutorial thingy that will basically explain you the basics of the game, like sliding and wall hopping, and then congrats, you know how to play Grace. Then you proceed to walk through what seems to be endless corridors, and then you see a paper in a door frame. You take it, you go to the next room, and... Whoops, that's an entity. The base game has 7 entities that will increasingly appear the more hatches you go through, which I will explain to y'all right now. As seen earlier, Carnation will make static appear on the screen, as well as tentacles that will cover its borders. In order to avoid being killed by it, you just need to walk. Yes, it's that simple. Walk forward until you find a hiding spot marked by this yellow paint. Enter it and voila, you survived Carnation. Congrats, now you have to face the other 6. Yay! Slugfish looks respectfully either like an actual tapeworm or one of Mahito's atrocities, who works the same as Carnation, same static and same tentacles but white, and will just require you to back off to the side because damn bro is hungry. Slight and Heat are 2 really elongated eyes, one of them is white and the other one is red. Slight requires you to not look at him, looking down until you exit the room is how you avoid it basically, but Heat on the other hand requires you to look at him until you exit the room. If you fail to do so, they will leave this scar on the screen that will basically just be this stain overlay thingy that will eventually go after exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds and will also flash some edgy text like, "You should just end it, I'm inside, you're worthless." I genuinely think those entities are like depressed or something. Elkman is a tall black figure who will appear from time to time right in front of door frames. The way to avoid it is just that when you're eventually gonna encounter him, just hide. An example, you can just go into the room before and hide behind the wall. Spoiler alert, if you play long enough you'd notice that it's completely useless because you can just go through him without even dying. You even get a badge if you do so. Those are not really a physical entity, he will appear on the screen unlike the other entities that actually exist in this time. It looks like a simple smiley face with closed eyes, and upon spawning it will just chill a bit until it opens his eyes, and when he does, you need to immediately crouch and not move a muscle. Or else... And finally Sorrow, which looks like a rain composed of blood, and when it spawns, you just need to hide under something. And yes, door frames are okay. And that's it for the entities, right? Right? In Grace, as mentioned earlier, you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to reach the next hatch. If you don't do so, then... So that's it for the entities present in Grace. Now we can move on to the Modifiers. After you play the base game for a while, you notice that it's just the same patterns of entities and rooms that you need to go through. But worry not, because playing in the modifier game will add this panel that will appear on the side of your screen when you enter a safe room. This panel will transform Grace into a roguelike, where you can roll for various modifiers with various purposes like adding hazards such as pits and tar. Some of them will directly act as buffs to the player, some of them can give some sort of upgrade to the already existent entities such as faster carnation and slugfish, and some of them can add new entity. Yeah, I forgot about the modifier entities. So with the 8 base entities now we have 1, 2, 19. Yeah, but I forgot about the other modifier entities. Silly me. But I will only mention a few of them because, well, we have like, I don't know, 11 more entities to introduce. Litany resembles a black and white orb with multiple eyes, whose behavior is similar to Dozer, even though this time, when they open one of their eyes, you either need to be crouching or sliding to survive. Okay, is it just me or they look terrifying? But it's fine.
Grace is not a scary game. Keep that in mind.
Doppel resembles you. It looks like a highly saturated and brightened version of your avatar that will follow you for a certain amount of time. In order to avoid him, you just need to constantly move because obviously his movement is going to be delayed to yours, and you can also flash him to make him temporarily not able to hit you. If you get hit though, your controls will be inverted and your screen will turn into the same saturated and brightened colors as Doppel. Rue resembles a human-like silhouette with missing body parts and chains attached to the missing limbs in question. Rue is kinda complicated to explain, but stick with me here. Rue will spawn behind you. Doing so will make this indicator appear on the screen, which will indicate how far Rue is from you. After spawning, Rue will approach you fast, and the indicator will progressively turn bigger and redder. You can slow them down by looking at them, or you can just flash them in order to avoid being killed. Doombringer is a... Aww, wait, look at him, it's a little rat, he's so cute. Doombringer aka Joey looks like a rat, yes, an actual rat, who will spawn in your inventory and act just like an item. You can pet him and all, but let's not forget it's an entity and they can obliterate us at any time. Column 3. During a round, Doombringer will randomly start screaming, yes it is totally normal, and you just need to shut his mouth by simply clicking. Whoa, wait. Isn't that kind of violent to treat a rat like this? Oh, okay. There was a big segment, but I feel like we missed onto something, so I think we should go check the shop. The shop is located in the lobby, right behind the custom lobby board. When you enter inside, you are greeted by H-Skill. We don't know much about him in the game, we only see his arm, which is represented by some sort of skeletal looking arm. And while in the shop you can obviously find utilities, mainly light sources such as the flashlight or the lantern, and you can also buy skins for them. But then you take a look at the different tabs that are available, and you notice the trait tab. Traits are little trinkets that will basically act like modifiers for the most part. You unlock them by using trait charms that you obtain each 25 levels. We distinguish two groups of traits, the regular ones which don't do much aside from modifying some of the game's mechanics, and the bound traits. Bound traits will give you an advantage which consists of a spread the love effect, for a price, which is to have an entity that will constantly haunt you. An example, Kangore will make Dozer haunt you, and every time you vanquish him, everyone gets a speed boost. Same thing for Cavday, which will make Drain haunt you this time. But you may ask, what is a spread the love effect? Well, when you enter a game with a trait, this little heart will appear on top of the screen. This is the love, and the more felt it is, the stronger the speed boost will be. And this heart applies to everyone, which means that anyone with a trait can contribute at filling the bar. But we are not done yet with the shop. If we take a look next to the trait tab, we can see another one, the document tab. Documents are an essential part of the game because they explain basically the lore of the game. It can be kind of cryptic sometimes, but they can give you some sort of base plate of what's going on. I didn't mention it, but this game has a strong correlation to Christianity, as mentioned in the game's description, inspired by the Bible. Those documents are split into 7 different chapters, if I can call them like that. We have the Trinity, the Sins, the Tainted Saints, the Scars, the Other or the Miscellaneous, the Soul, and the last one is entitled Each of those documents will talk about one specific representation that is present in the game. We learned that each entity mentioned earlier are representation of either sins, tainted saints, or scars, with each one having its own meaning. An example, Dozer is a tainted saint and represents pride. Lithany is the same thing and represents peer pressure. Doppel is a scar and represents your different flaws and mistakes. Goatman is a sin and represents religious apathy. Now I think we should check out the single player modes that I left out. Welcome to Zen. The environment is surrounded by this purple gaze. The oxygen around you is pure and fresh. The wind is gently tickling your skin and you feel a sense of comfort in your soul. Nothing here can possibly hurt you. You're safe. So now go. And don't turn back.
Wait, what's that sound? It came from behind, but you said I cannot look back. It won't hurt if I look back, right? Whoa. It looks kind of cool though. It won't hurt if I take a look closer, right?
What have you done?
Congratulations, son. You just sinned. The closest thing to an opposite to him. A hive mind that uses disguise to enslave the weak, injects itself into your soul, graves left rotten. A stab whose pain you don't feel, but he does.
Coping is not a solution for you at the moment, so you decide to slowly accept your fate. You sinned. But not everything is over for you. You still have a chance to get up and excuse yourself for what you did. You still have a chance to retaliate. Welcome to REPRIEVE. Do you know them? Do you regret them? Do you want to improve? REPRIEVE has a totally different gameplay if we compare it to Grace and Zen. Here you spawn in this randomly generated maze. Your objective is to collect those beacons, and if you do so, then you'll be greeted with this menu. which gives you two options. First of all, to leave, and the other option which will make you continue playing. Picking this option will show this secondary menu that gives you the option to either reduce the time that you have to collect the beacons, because yes, you are on the clock again, either to leave the game as it is, and finally to add an entity to your run, because yes, they are back again. Only some of the entities present in the main game and in the modifiers are in Reprieve. You also obtain some mechanics such as slide bouncing, where if you slide towards a wall, you'll be sent into the air, and the most crucial mechanic in Reprieve, parrying. Instead of avoiding the entities as they're supposed to be avoided in the base game, here you can parry the entities. Each entity has its own way of being parried, but it mainly consists of just pressing M1 when you're about to attack. Hey, congrats, you did it. Hey, why the long face? I still feel something. Huh? What is it? I feel ashamed of what I did. Advance onwards. You still have one last thing to do. Welcome back. That was a harsh fail. I know. But hey, don't be afraid. You shouldn't be ashamed of what you did. You can still come back, and you have the chance to come back. I believe in you. Love ya. Reprieve is amazing. Oh my, first of all, I wanted to apologize for making like the Zen part and the Reprieve part super serious. But yeah, it is a masterpiece. The gameplay is super dynamic and fast. Each entity gets its own freaking OST. Big up to Sebastian and Ezekiel for cooking this beautiful OST, and as well as the other ones that I didn't mention. I mean, Grace itself is a banger. I love the game, I love what it tries to say, I love the different elements and mechanics, and the gameplay in general. I just love the game as it is, because literally everything is good about it. The artistic dynamic is good, the OSTs are good, and it's legit super fun to play. Playing it gives me this dose of dopamine that makes me lock in, especially when I see Dozer. Like, pure hatred forms inside of me when I see this atrocity. If you noticed, I left out some subliminal messages in the video, and they were here to give y'all some sort of hint about my faith. I have been a Muslim since birth, and I think that's why I can relate to this game so much. Like, I've noticed that those two beliefs, like Christianity and Islam, have similarities between them, and that's why I can mainly relate to the game. I'm thanking all of the dev team for releasing this masterpiece, and I'm also super excited for the new update. They have been giving us some sneak peeks for like months now, and I'll probably make a video about it if I have the time. Oh my goodness, this video. This video took me ages to finish. Like, the trailer literally said that this video would release in November. Well, nope! It releases like one day before New Year's Eve. I can explain this by saying that, you know, school was in the way and I didn't have much time to edit and script. So yeah, I wanted to apologize about that. I also wanted to apologize about the poor English level of this video. I'm still practicing on English. I wanted to thank everyone who stick to here. Also wanted to thank Nimnim for her amazing work on this outro and her help on the thumbnail. Her social will be in the description. Oh, and by the way, there's this new feature where apparently you can boost videos now. So maybe you can try that out. I don't really know how it works, so yeah. Don't forget to check my Straw page and the Discord in the description. And yeah, it was the planet. Toodles!
Strong left.